Welcome back to part 19 of Tutomania. Let's take a look at the first archaeologist hired by Howard Carter for the excavation, Arthur Callender. Arthur Callender was born in Skirkbeck, England on the 13th of December, 1875. He first trained as an engineer in England and later moved to Egypt as a manager with the state railways. He was awarded the Ottoman Order of the Mejidi Dehe for his services as the Assistant Inspector General of the Auxiliary Railways of Upper Egypt. He retired from the railway service around 1920. So how did a railway engineer get into Egyptology in the first place? Well, as many modern archaeologists know, it's all about connections. While he lived in Egypt, he befriended Howard Carter since around the 1890s. After Callender's retirement, he built a house for himself in Armant near Luxor, and essentially he just started volunteering on excavations. At the beginning of Carter's 1922 season, he wanted to have somebody on call in case he found anything significant, because if you remember, he was pretty much the only non-Egyptian on this excavation site every single day. So he actually called up Arthur Callender. According to Carter's journals, Carter stayed with Callender on the October 28th and the 29th to talk to him about being the on-call archaeologist, and then he later sent him a wire on November 9th after he got the confirmation that Lord Carnarvon was coming to Egypt. Callender then joined the excavation on November 10th. Callender was present for all the major discoveries in the early days of the excavation. The main crew was Carter, Carnarvon, Lady Evelyn, and Callender. Callender seemed to be the kind of second in command on the dig site. Carter described Callender as phlegmatic, unshakable, and remarkably versatile. One visitor recalled in December of 1922 that they saw Callender sitting guard outside the tomb with a loaded rifle across the knee, sitting in the gleaming sun with huge beads of perspiration upon his uncovered and balding head. This was in the early days before a watchman's hut was actually built at the site. Callender's first responsibilities were to install electrical lights for the tomb and then to slowly remove the artifacts. He put his engineering expertise to the test when he rigged up a pulley system to eventually remove the lid of the sarcophagus and the coffins inside. But working with Carter wasn't always a piece of cake, as Carter remarked in his journal in January of 1924, Callender sent in his resignation, blamed my action towards him. But Callender continued to work for Carter after December 1925 and into 1926. He also was working on reconstructing the tomb of Ramosa in 1924 and excavated in Armant in 1935 and 1936. If you can believe it, his death was never recorded in the Register Office of England or in the British Consulate in Egypt, but he most likely died on the 12th of December 1936 in Alexandria.